A boardroom without noise. A signature without flourish. A decision that moves billions, without anyone raising their voice. Welcome to Daytime Luxe, calm, cinematic stories about the quiet world of wealth, taste, and power. Bernard Arnault rarely speaks loudly. He doesn't need to. Because the most powerful luxury empire on earth wasn't built with hype. It was built with patience, control, and a precise understanding of human desire. And by the end of this video, you'll understand how he turned quiet taste into a system, one that outlives trends, recessions, and even fame. When most people think of luxury, they think of price. But Arnault's real product is something else: time. A handbag isn't just leather. A watch isn't just steel. A perfume isn't just scent. Each one is a promise that the world will notice you, quietly, without you having to explain yourself. That's the genius of luxury at the highest level. It converts emotion into habit, and habit into legacy. Arnault understood early that if you own the brands that define good taste, you don't just sell items. You shape what people aspire to become. In a moment, we'll break down the 3 rules he uses to keep brands timeless, no matter what the internet decides is in this week. Bernard Arnault didn't begin as a fashion icon. He began as a strategist. He learned something that later defined his approach. Assets matter, but control matters more. In the 1980s, he made a move that looked almost boring on the surface. He entered the world of luxury through acquisition, not headlines. He saw distressed value, complicated structures, and historic brands being mismanaged. Where others saw old names fading, Arnault saw hidden power. Heritage. Craftsmanship. Global recognition. Luxury brands are strange assets. They can look weak on paper, until you apply the right discipline. Then, they become nearly unbreakable. He wasn't collecting brands for vanity. He was building a portfolio like an empire. One brand becomes a platform. A platform becomes a group. And a group becomes a world. Next, you'll see why LVMH isn't just a company, it's a luxury operating system. LVMH isn't one brand. It's an ecosystem. Imagine owning the entry points and the destination. A fragrance that introduces someone to luxury. A handbag that becomes their first serious purchase. A watch that marks their promotion. Champagne that celebrates their wedding. Couture that signals status without words. Arnault built LVMH so luxury becomes a life path. At each stage, there is a brand ready, polished, familiar, emotionally charged. And behind the elegance is a machine. Shared logistics. Retail expertise. Supply chain strength. Real estate strategy. Operational discipline most people never associate with beauty. One of his most underestimated advantages is this. He treats creativity as sacred, and operations as ruthless. Designers dream. The business protects the dream. And the customer experiences it as effortless. If you've ever wondered why some brands feel expensive even when you can't explain why, it's because the system is built to remove friction and amplify desire. Now we get to Arnault's 3 rules, the ones that keep luxury timeless. Rule 1, never cheapen the signal. Luxury is a social language. If everyone can access it easily, it stops saying what it used to say. So Arnault protects the signal with controlled distribution, selective availability, and pricing that reinforces status. Not because of greed, but because the meaning of luxury depends on distance. Rule 2, the store is the product. LVMH doesn't only sell items. It sells environments. Quiet lighting. Perfect spacing. Staff that feel like calm guardians of taste. Even the scent. The silence. The weight of the door handle. Everything says, you are entering a higher standard. So the customer isn't buying a bag. They are buying the feeling of belonging to a world that runs slower and cleaner. Rule 3. Heritage must be curated, not worshipped. Heritage can be a trap. If you treat history like a museum, you die. Arnault keeps heritage alive by letting brands evolve carefully. Modern silhouettes. New collaborations. Fresh creative direction. But always anchored to the core identity. That's why LVMH can feel both classic and current at the same time. It's not old money or new money. It's timeless money. Next, we'll talk about the quiet power move that made Arnault nearly unstoppable. Owning the best streets on earth. In luxury, location isn't a detail. Location is dominance. The world's most valuable brands compete for a handful of streets. Fifth Avenue, Avenue Montaigne, Bond Street, Via Monte Napoleon, Ginza. Arnault understands that if you control premium retail presence, you control the customer's perception of legitimacy. A flagship isn't just a shop. It's a monument. And monuments do something subtle. They make the brand feel permanent. If you see a Dior facade glowing at night, the message isn't buy this. The message is, this brand will outlive you. So LVMH invests heavily in architecture, interiors, displays, and service that feels like ritual. It's not loud. It's precise. And precision creates trust. Most people think luxury is about what you wear. At the highest level, luxury is about what you're allowed to enter. Coming up, how Arnault uses creative directors, and why he wins when others panic. Fashion loves drama. Luxury empires can't afford it. Arnault treats creative leadership like chess. Move with intention. Protect the board. Think years ahead. When a creative director arrives, the goal isn't viral moments. It's long-term identity. What does the brand stand for? Who is the customer becoming? What must remain sacred? What can evolve without breaking the signal? This is why LVMH brands shift, sometimes subtly, sometimes boldly. But rarely in a way that feels desperate. Because desperation is a luxury killer. If the brand looks like it's chasing you, it loses authority. Arnault's approach is simple. Let the culture chase the brand. If the internet complains, the brand stays calm. If trends change, the brand remembers who it is. That calm becomes part of the product. Next, Arnault's most powerful skill. Patience, and why he measures success in decades. Arnault measures value differently. Most companies obsess over quarters. He obsesses over decades. Because luxury customers don't want new. They want assurance. They want to know what they buy today will still mean something 10 years from now. So LVMH invests in craftsmanship, supply chains, training, ateliers, and long-term brand equity. And during uncertainty, where others cut, Arnault often strengthens. Crises create bargains. Bargains create empires, if you have the patience to wait and the cash to act. The loudest people in business often need attention. The most powerful people need leverage. Arnault doesn't build attention. He builds leverage. Now the question everyone asks. Is Bernard Arnault quiet by nature, or by strategy? Bernard Arnault is not a celebrity billionaire. He doesn't perform wealth for the camera. And that restraint aligns with his product. If you sell quiet luxury, you must embody quiet power. His public presence is controlled. Measured interviews. Formal events. Careful language. Limited access. This does two things. It keeps the focus on the brands, not the man. It reinforces seriousness and permanence. When a leader becomes the story, the company becomes fragile. When the leader remains almost invisible, the company feels stable. Arnault's image mirrors his empire. Clean. Controlled. Built to last. Coming up, the one risk luxury empires always face, and how Arnault protects against it. When a brand grows too fast, it risks becoming just another label. Luxury is fragile like that. The more common it becomes, the less it means. So the real danger for LVMH isn't competition. It's dilution. Arnault protects against dilution with 3 shields. Craftsmanship, keep the making sacred. Control, distribution, pricing, scarcity, and storytelling. Culture, internal standards that don't bend for trends. That's why LVMH brands often feel slow in a fast world. Slow is the point. Speed creates noise. Noise destroys mystique. If you want to understand luxury, don't look at the item. Look at the restraint. The restraint is the luxury. Final section, the real lesson Arnault leaves about power itself. Bernard Arnault didn't build the world's largest luxury empire by shouting. He built it by mastering 3 things: identity, environment, time. Identity, so each brand feels like a world. Environment, so the customer experiences calm authority. Time, so the meaning survives even when culture changes. That's why his empire is powerful. It isn't built on hype. It's built on the human desire to belong to something enduring. This is what quiet wealth buys. Distance from noise. Freedom from urgency. And control over how the world perceives you. And in a world that moves faster every year, that kind of control becomes priceless. And that is the daytime Luxe perspective on Bernard Arnault. Quiet power. Long-term thinking. And a system built to outlast trends. If you enjoy calm, cinematic stories about the world of luxury, legacy, and influence, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.